Alright, I've been trying to do some videos on my video cam, but I've been having some issues with that. So I wasn't able to do that. I wanted to do a video the night of the election that didn't go through. But anyways, let's look at this right now. The dollar index chart. It's at stockcharts.com. And we could see this is the daily chart for the USD index, and we could see that it is getting slightly overbought. If you look at the RSI over here, and I could go to a weekly chart too. Let's go to that right now. The weekly chart, you could see the RSI is 67 here. It's not as overbought on this chart compared to the daily chart. But regardless, you're starting to see, in my opinion, the dollar short term topping out. I know there are some independent guys out there saying that, hey, you know what? The dollar has topped long term. And you also do see headlines. I'm over at the Drudge Report right now, and you could see this was today. Dollar sees record winning run versus euro. In my opinion, right now, the guys that are chasing the dollar are these hedge fund guys, and I think based on how the hedge funds have performed in the past, like this year, they haven't done so hot, and I think they're going to get their hands slapped again. Their initial reaction was Donald Trump won, and since Donald Trump won, this is great for the US economy. Donald Trump is going to be a Reaganist candidate. He's going to cut taxes. It's going to be fantastic for the United States again. America is going to be great again. Now, let's look at the dollar index. The dollar index is a basket of currencies, right? It's a basket of the euro, the yen, and the pound. And majority of it consists of the euro. So if the euro goes down, the dollar usually will go up. And what I've been saying for the past, I don't know, year and a half, it must have been, that the dollar's going to rise. The dollar's going to rise. And why I stated that was because, number one, the euro has a lot of structural problems. And the fact is, Merkel is going to leave. And also, in my opinion, Merkel is going to lose or leave. You're going to have Hollande be replaced by right wingers. You're going to see all the sea change all over Europe. In the United States, we saw Trump. In London, we saw Brexit. And it will continue on in Europe. Now, how does this play into the currency markets per se? It's a bit tricky. Normally, when you see a guy like Trump, who is a big government guy, right, even though he has the Republican in front of his name, whether you like him or not, he's going to increase spending by a lot. He's going to cut taxes, right? In the beginning, that leads to more deficits and higher debt. You have all this infrastructure spending, as Steve Bannon, his advisor, stated, that's going to increase the debt. He wants to increase the military spending. That's going to go up. So where are you going to cut spending now? You can't cut it on the interest payments because interest rates are most likely going to rise again in December, the Fed funds rate. And then on top of that, you have to look at other things. You have to look at Medicare. You're not going to cut spending there. You're not going to cut spending in Social Security. So what I'm trying to say is, in any given situation, the dollar should be falling because of what Trump is going to do. Now, what may prevent the dollar from falling, as the law of economics will say, is that the Eurozone is a complete nightmare, right? You have economists from the right wing and the left wing, investors from the left wing and right wing. They all are saying that, hey, you know what? Europe still has problems, right? I read this book by Joseph Stiglitz. He thinks that the euro is going to have a lot of structural problems if they don't make certain changes. And he's coming from a Keynesian perspective. You got another guy, Martin Armstrong, he's been saying the Eurozone's going to collapse. So a lot of people are saying, you know what, the Eurozone is in deep, deep doo-doo. And if you want to look at it, I feel that if the Eurozone still has these structural problems, the dollar will continue to rise despite the crazy amount of deficits and debt that we'll see. But short term, I feel that the dollar will have a breather, and this could actually happen. If it doesn't happen within the next week or so, it's going to happen when the Federal Reserve raises rates in December. And you're going to say, hey, why would that happen then, right? Well, when you raise interest rates, right, you do increase the debt because you're paying more interest to the individuals that hold bonds. And then on top of it, it could be buy the rumor, sell the news when that does come out. So even though we're overbought right now in the dollar, we could see it potentially rallying more until we see the next Fed rate hike. And then you're going to see the dollar just throwing up short term. Gold prices are going to go significantly higher. Or let me change the word. It's going to go higher. And you're going to see commodities rally at that point. So those individuals saying, hey, you know what? Dollar index should definitely fall. In any given situation, I would agree. But the only thing that's preventing me from saying that we're going to have a full-fledged throw up of the dollar is the fact of Europe. Now, if Europe stabilizes, gets a lot better than what I expected, expect the dollar to go down and the euro to go up. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about all this. I hope to do some more videos. I've been having trouble with my webcam. It wouldn't allow me to upload some videos to YouTube. So, that being said, I do want to do more videos like that. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later.